From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, January the 30th, 2018. For the first time since the U.S. recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital, Israeli and Palestinian officials met today. Israel's finance minister Moshe Kahlon, together with Palestinian Authority Economy Minister Abir Odeh, attended a ribbon-cutting ceremony at the Allenby Bridge. The ceremony was for a new system to scan shipping containers at the border crossing with Jordan, which will allow for a significant increase in goods coming in and out of Israel, Jordan, and the Palestinian Authority. The meeting today follows reports yesterday that Kahlon will meet next week with PA Prime Minister Rami Hamdallah to try and prevent an economic crisis in Gaza. Yesterday, Kahlon met with U.S. Special Representative Jason Greenblatt and IDF General Yoav Mordechai, who is the coordinator for government activities in the territories, or COGAT. Greenblatt wrote on Twitter that that meeting, too, was about economic issues related to the peace process, referring likely to Gaza. Greenblatt also met with representatives from the European Union to Israel, reiterating his remarks last week regarding joint efforts with Europe and beyond to advance peace. Greenblatt left Israel today back to Washington. And COGAT leader Mordechai also spoke with representatives of the EU on efforts to help the Palestinians regarding humanitarian issues in Gaza, where he also expressed his shock that EU members seem to be ignoring the fact that Israel also has humanitarian issues when it comes to Gaza, namely that terror group Hamas has been holding the remains of two IDF soldiers, Hadar Golden and Oron Shaul, for over 3 years, as well as keeping Israeli citizens captive. The IDF general told the ambassadors, "I sit in front of all those present in this distinguished forum and am amazed that for years no one in the European Union has spoken about or addressed this Israeli humanitarian issue," saying that Israel expects the international community to add pressure to the Palestinian Authority to address the issue. Well, Israel's embassy in Jordan is almost back to normal operations. If you recall, the Israeli embassy in Amman has been closed since July following an incident at the embassy compound, where an Israeli security guard shot and killed 2 Jordanians after he was attacked by one of them. The other was shot accidentally during the incident, which led to a diplomatic crisis with Jordan, whose government demanded that the guard stand trial and prohibited the embassy staff from returning to the country. But earlier this month, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced that the situation was being resolved, that Israel had expressed regret over the incident and paid compensation to the Jordanian government. And while the appointment of a new Israeli ambassador to Jordan has yet to be announced, some of the Israeli staff is now back in Amman, and the embassy is expected to be open to the public within the next few days. The Louvre is looking to identify the rightful owners of a number of paintings in its possession that were stolen by the Nazis during the Holocaust. The renowned museum in Paris is putting 31 paintings on permanent display to this end. The head of the paintings department at the Louvre, Sébastien Allard, told the Associated Press today that these paintings don't belong to us. Museums often looked like predators in the past, but our goal is to return them. A pioneer in American Jewish history has died. Naomi Cohen was one of the first female scholars and professors of Jewish studies, teaching at Hunter, CUNY, Columbia, and the Jewish Theological Seminary. She was also a prolific author, and her book, Jews in Christian America, The Pursuit of Religious Equality, won the National Jewish Book Award. Cohen was 91. And a leading rabbi of the Reform movement has died. Rabbi Isaiah Zeldin founded and led the Stephen Wise Temple in Los Angeles. He also established the California branch of Hebrew Union College and was regional director of the Union of American Hebrew Congregations. Zeldin was 97. A new Israeli documentary is giving viewers a peek at the Oslo Accords, the secret meetings held between Israeli and Palestinian officials back in 1992. The Oslo Diaries debuted last week at the Sundance Film Festival and was, according to The Hollywood Reporter, just picked up by HBO and will be broadcast on the network later this year. It was directed by Israeli filmmakers Mor Lushi and Daniel Sivan, who said they were hopeful that the showing of the film, which marks 25 years since the Oslo Accords, will lead to dialogue. Also of note at Sundance, the American remake of an Israeli film called The Kindergarten Teacher, and RBG, a documentary on Jewish Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, January the 30th at 7 o'clock, it's a look at the life and work of Louis Brandeis. At 8, author Francine Klagsbrunn talks about her biography, Lioness, Golda Meir and the Nation of Israel, which just won the top prize at the 2017 National Jewish Book Awards. That's from the Jewish Historical Society of Fairfield County in Stamford, Connecticut. At 9 tonight, Mark Golub sits down with Mark Langfan, who is president of Americans for a Safe Israel and an expert in the area of water and the challenges in the West Bank. That's on L'chaim. At 10 tonight, a panel discussion on Israel's groundbreaking work with water. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, the ILTV program Frenemies. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, January the 30th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.